welcome to Toad TV. Cheers.
Cheers.
I am Mary Beth.
I am Helen.
We are the creative hands and minds behind Toad Hollow, where we dye yarn and make beautiful things out of fabric. And look. Sneak peek of the fabric for the new collection coming tomorrow. So, I am having fireside... All I can think of is fireside chat. I don't think it's that. It's fireside tea, fireside mold fireside, something like that. It's from Tiesta Teas in my lion mug. It's been a while since I did that. It's very, very good.
I am having red hyacinth. Is that what it's called?
Yep.
Red hyacinth tea from Trader Joe's in my wolf mug. It is delicious. I love this tea.
It is really, really yummy.
It's a tea that we both adore. So.
Yeah. It's got lots of hibiscus. Oh, it's so good.
Yeah.
So yummy.
Fruity.
Yes. All right, so it is Monday, February 28th, the last day of February.
It's the last day of February.
Why are we dancing about
Because
the
I
last...
hate February.
Oh.
I despise that month.
Okay.
So
Poor John.
yeah.
My brother's birthday was yesterday, and evidently we hate him now.
Now.
Not you, only the month that you're born in. I'm saying that like he watches this. He does not watch this.
Yeah, no, I just hate February. March, anything that happens in March is winter-wise is limited.
Yes.
It will end quickly. It will go away quickly. And spring is coming. The
Spring
daffodils
is definitely
are
coming.
poking up. This is the first, I was thinking about this morning when I was filling a rather large crater in my backyard that fits one large dog. Literally, he gets down into it. It has
So we have a
big.
digger. Anyway, go ahead.
Anyway, I was filling his crater, and I was looking at the daffodils. I'm like, this is the first time in a long time that they're only up this much at the beginning of March.
Okay.
Because usually we get some really warm days, weeks.
And they think it's time to come.
And not usually, just recently. And they think they pop up early. Sometimes they pop up and are practically blooming in December. So that's how sustained chilled weather we've had this winter, and then they're only up to like this much. They will not come up in the backyard this year, I don't think. But
They might. They might.
they're a little trodden.
Yes. However, they still persevere and push their
Oh
way
yeah,
through. So.
yeah. And then our ones in the front yard. I was looking in the front yard.
Have they even started?
They haven't even started because that branch came down,
Yeah.
and that's where they
We got to
usually
get
come.
that taken care of. We've been holding off on it because we had a branch that broke due to heavy snow, and we've been holding off doing anything about it because of the chance of more snow.
Half a tree, just to give a little perspective that we didn't lose like a little tiny branch that Marybeth and I could.
Yeah.
We need a chainsaw.
You're going to need a chainsaw, and Helen won't let me have a chainsaw. So we have to wait for a tree guy to come and do it. And we thought we'd wait and see if anything else came down due to heavy snow, and just have it taken care of all at once. But I don't think we are, so I'm thinking we should probably call the tree guy and have him come and take care of it quickly. Because it will take them about 10 minutes.
Oh yeah.
I mean...
And they'll bring their little chippers and
Yeah, and just shred it, and it will go into mulch and back to the earth where it belongs.
yeah.
So, okay. Anyway, that's
We
enough about
digress.
that. So, yesterday on Patreon, we put up a sneak peek of the yarn that we are going to be releasing tomorrow, live at noon, Eastern Standard Time. Anyway.
That was really nicely done.
Thank you very much. Anyway, so if you are a Patreon member and you haven't gone and seen it yet, go see it because it's beautiful. But here is a sneak peek of some of the fabric we're going to be using with bags. And we thought today we'd talk about yarn and how sometimes yarn doesn't always come out the way we think it's going to.
Right.
And sometimes it comes out looking very, very much like something else. So...
especially as the more we dye, the less options we have color-wise.
without duplicating
Right.
something. So we thought we'll show you a perfect example of it. This is actually one of the yarns that's going to be released tomorrow, but we're going to show you how similar it is to one of our original yarns that we already have. And we planned these as two different colors, and they came out almost exactly the same. So it's now going to be combined into one color.
Right.
So
So we're trying to get it something close to this, but a little bit browner was what we were going for.
Right.
And then we had one that we wanted to be kind of like this. No?
No. It's kind of like...
More like
it's
this.
a brown. No, it's the brown.
Oh, okay.
It's more like the brown. So, here. I'm going to show you a real sneak peek. So, we were going for something that was going to look like that, the yellowy brown of the moth, and then something that was going to look like the brown of the mouse. Okay. More like that brown of the mouse.
The lighter
brown
yeah.
of the mouse. Okay. So that's where we started.
And what we did was, for one of them, for the brown of the mouse, we have a color.
Right.
And going based on the color that it shows online when we buy the dye, that's what we were going to use for the brown. We figured that was going to come out for the brown.
Right.
And then we were going to use one of our yellows with a little bit of brown in it to get to the yellowy one that we wanted. So.
Okay. So the one that was supposed to be brown is this.
It's totally unintentional.
Unplanned.
So this is it. And this is kind of what we were expecting, right?
No.
No, you were expecting a little browner?
I was expecting a lot more like this, only darker.
Okay.
That, but darker. And it came out like that, which is beautiful.
Yes.
Not saying anything against this. It's absolutely beautiful. Then our yellow that we mixed with a little bit of brown came out like this, which actually is spot on.
Yeah.
That is perfect. That is what we wanted it to be. Now, this next to this, you can see that there's differences, but they're
this
very
was different,
similar.
definitely yellower, but for a collection,
You don't want these two in there because they're too similar.
unless you're doing gradients of gold.
In which case, we can do that. And then you throw in the added, oh, wait, we have It's Always Tea Time, which is definitely, it's closer to this one than this one.
And again, tea time is a combination of two dyes.
This is a combination of orange and gray.
Right.
So,
Orange and gray, yellow and brown,
and just a plain color.
and just a plain brown.
All very, very similar.
And yet different.
Yes.
However,
This is what happens
Right.
sometimes when you're dyeing and you think it's going to turn out one way and it doesn't turn out that
and when
way.
we had them in the pots, it's just like, we had to wait for them to dry, to wash and dry.
Right.
And they're like, okay, no, there is a difference.
Yeah.
But by that time, we had also decided that even if there was a difference, they were too close. We would only do one of them, so we're doing this one.
This one is the one we're doing because it's the one that's most different from tea time.
Right.
This is much more yellow. This may not show up as much, but this has got, it's a much more
gold.
gray, brown gold.
Right. And this is like a brown gold.
Right.
So, Adventures in Dyeing.
Right.
However, this is a collection,
That is going to be part of the
and it
collection.
fits perfectly with everything else in the collection. It's so gorgeous.
Oh, the colors came out so beautifully. So, so beautifully. So we are going to have, I think we have, let's see, we have that, 2, 3, 4. I think we have 7 new colors and 5 returning colors.
Right.
So it's going to be a 12 color collection, and it is stunning.
Oh, they're so good.
So, so stunning. All right. So that's the new collection.
Yes.
And that's our yarn stuff. All right. So we did also get a question. Somebody asked us if we are doing March Madness this year. And Helen has decided that yes, we are. It's all on her. However, we are going to start it next week. Next Monday, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay,
It's not
so-
going to start March 1st because we've got the collection starting. And
We've got a collaboration that we want to talk about on Friday.
Right.
So that Monday we will be releasing March Madness.
We'll be releasing the brackets. Everybody will have a week to put in their brackets, and then when we get back from North Carolina, we will start the voting portion of it. And for those of us who are new, those of you who are new, I am not new.
No. She's been around since the beginning.
I'm like a bad penny.
Yeah.
March Madness is a bracket akin to the college basketball March Madness, where we pick 64 of our colors.
Excuse me.
I told him he could come since the dogs were locked up.
Come here. Come on.
Lisa wants to say hello.
You want to come say hi? Okay. Come here. All right. Dudley would like to say hello. He doesn't show up very often, but you want to show your face, huh? Yeah.
His nemesis is locked in the kitchen.
Dudley is saying hello. Hello, Heather. Hello, Lisa. Okay.
Whatever, I'm done.
All right. Okay, March Madness. Back to read.
Okay, so we picked 64 of our yarn colors. You guys fill out your brackets.
We will do a blog post showing you side by side of the colors that will be
for the first round.
You
fill out your brackets. You email them back to us, and then on Instagram stories each day we will have the voting. So we'll put the pictures up together. People will vote on theirs, and you get to see how close your bracket comes to actuality.
We will list at the end, or the next day, we will list the winners.
Right.
So that, and I will put also in a blog post for those of you that are not on Instagram, and it's toadhollownj.com. Just go to the blog, and it will all be there, and then you can track your progress and see how you're doing. I will also be tracking your progress and putting up ratings as to, after each round, who is in the forefront.
There are prizes. It's a lot of fun. It's market research for us. Yes, for those who were wondering, Moonstone has been banished. It is not
Moonstone is retired.
allowed to be March Madness again. It won 2 years in a row.
So it's not allowed to be a part of it anymore.
So,
also, we will be having all the yarn that we put up will be available for pre-order, knowing that it will not be dyed until we get back from Kitty Hawk. But if you would like to pre-order any of them,
but all of that will be up from the time that we release the brackets to be filled out until the end of March Madness.
Right. And at the end,
they're gone.
They're going back into the vault.
A lot of them are retired colors that we're using. Everything that's new this year is on there. A lot from last year, but then we're bringing back some of the retired colors just to keep things
spicy.
Yeah. So
except the only one not allowed is Moonstone.
We may throw Moonstone in to the pre-order just
because we know how much Moonstone is loved. Anyway, so that will be those will be available. We will go over this again next Monday.
Right.
But just so you know, that's the way we're going to do that.
Yeah.
Okay. And you will be able to order them in all our different bases and however many you like. Okay. All right. So we have just before we got started, we were looking at our fabric, and we have picked the fabric that is going to be the basis of our Kitty Hawk color, and that is going to be the bag that we are going to be bringing down to the knitting retreat in Kitty Hawk. So if you are going to the knitting retreat or you're going to the marketplace, be sure to look for our special color and bag that goes with it.
Right.
Okay. All right. I think that's it.
I think so.
All right. So
we have lots to do.
Right. We're also going to have a project for the bag and the yarn, just so you know.
Oh, yeah. Oh, also, Hugo has a weigh-in today, so place your bets.
You can see how, well, let's see how much he weighs. He was 33 the last time.
And I picked him up the other day, and I'm going 50.
Okay. All right. Oh, we forgot to tell you. We got Hugo's blood test back. So.
Oh, yeah, his DNA sample.
His DNA sample. We sent it in. We adopted him thinking that we were getting a golden retriever because he looked like a golden retriever puppy. We did not expect a full-blown golden retriever.
And they never, I will say, the rescue never ever mentioned golden retriever. We just said, oh, he looks like a golden retriever. I want the golden retriever.
Right.
I will tell you,
him 57 Heinz variety mutt.
Right.
So
the one breed that does not show up in his DNA anywhere
is retriever.
Is golden retriever or a retriever,
Retriever of any sort.
any kind.
All right, so he
This
is...
is 100% working dog.
Go for it. What is he?
He is a 50% Great Pyrenees.
Oh, good Lord.
13.5% Beagle.
Which shows by the barking.
This one kills me. 7.8% is the third. Well, actually, he's 15.8% Super Mutt, which is Border Collie, Collie. I think Chihuahua was in there too.
All sorts of working
Also,
dogs.
all sorts of dogs is in the Super Mutt. But then the actual breeds, the third breed at 7.8%, we have 50% Great Pyrenees, 7.8% Pomeranian.
I'm not sure where that comes from. 7.7% Siberian Husky.
Right.
Again, pointing his nose at the sky and howling.
Yeah, no, one of the comments was, Hugo is a very wolfy dog.
Yes, he is.
And he does. He gets a very wolfish stance.
He
Because he's 5% German Shepherd too. And that I see his hips are like German Shepherdy.
So I was thinking about it as we were walking, that when we got him, he was just a fluffy ball. He was a floof.
Right.
But his neck is so much longer than Drew's because we are so used to having Drew and Spike where they were Corgi Golden Retriever mix. The Corgi shows in the body type. She does not have a head. Her head goes straight out from her body like a
She doesn't really
dachshund.
have a neck, yeah.
His body comes and then there's a definite up and
Yeah.
head. So
Yeah.
there's a definite neck for him so that he appears so much taller because his head sticks up.
Yeah.
She could just go straight across. But yes, Hugo is becoming more and more, I don't want
what I'm barking
unraveled,
for.
but unlayered.
Yeah.
You know, it's
like
we're
the onion,
learning
we're
more
peeling
and
away
more.
the layers of the onion.
Yeah, we're learning more and more about him. So he is quite the dog.
Do you know what Hugo's really good at? Being a puppy.
Yes, he is. Oh, he's got that down pat. He really does. However, we are trying very hard to watch his cues and everything.
And he's actually getting a little calmer.
Yeah.
I mean, yesterday he was outside most of the morning while we were dyeing yarn, but then he crashed all afternoon, and I thought, oh my God, we're gonna have this wild creature at bedtime. Slept all night.
Yeah.
So I'm like, please.
Are you going to put in the picture that you sent me at the front? There's a picture that Helen will put at
Oh,
the
on
front
Saturday?
of the video
Yeah.
where he's curled up in my chair.
Oh.
He has decided that he's taken over my chair. We got each other comfortable chairs for Christmas that finally came in, and he loves them.
They're great big huge chair and a halves.
Yeah.
So
And he loves to curl up in them.
yeah.
And that's okay, because that's why we got them.
Yeah.
We got a chair and a half so that you can have a person and a dog sitting next to you.
Right.
It's the whole meaning behind it. Okay, I think that does it, right?
Meet my dog in a good book.
Yeah.
Really, I could be very...
Oh, yeah. Very, very happy.
If somebody could find somebody to pay me to do that, I'd be really, really good.
All right. Well, since they're not, we have to go make bags.
Right.
And somebody has a weigh-in, so I have to get ready to take them to the vet. We hope you guys have a wonderful rest of the week.
Or we'll see you tomorrow.
Oh, right. That's right. We're coming back tomorrow. Noon. Eastern time.
Live.
Live on the YouTube. Okay, so we will see you tomorrow.
Have a great day.
Bye.
Go forth and create.